Hey everyone and welcome to Oxygen Not Included. So, Oxygen Not Included is basically a Rimworld style colony management game from the makers of Don't Starve. If you ever played Don't Starve, you will immediately recognize the art style. This is a very early development build, this is one of the first development builds that's available. But the game already has a fair bit of content and it already looks really promising. So we'll check it out. I played a little bit, mostly to check out the basics, so that I'm not fumbling in the dark. And you'll see what the game is all about. So first, before we do anything else, we need to assemble our crew. And the colonists, in Oxygen Not Included, are called duplicants. You basically print them. Once you get new ones, when you're actually playing, you print them, that's what you do. And there are a few things to look at here. First of all, each duplicant has attributes. These are fairly self-explanatory, I would say, but you can hover over each of them to see the details of what exactly they do and what they affect. Then we also got traits. We can have positive and negative traits. So this guy, for example, is a grease monkey. This duplicant likes to throw a wrench into the colonist plans, in a good way, tinkering +5. And then he has a negative trait. This duplicant isn't the brightest star in the sky, he cannot do research. And then we got some additional stats. So we got decor expectation, which can be in the positives or in the negatives. I think it can also be at 0. Areas with decor values lower than a duplicant's decor expectations will cause their stress to rise, while high decor values will cause their stress to fall. Stress is a pretty important mechanic in the game. And speaking of stress, we also got stress response. This basically indicates what this duplicant will do when he's stressed out. So we got destructive, we also got vomiter, and there are a few others. Let's reroll this guy. Anything else here? Vomiter, destructive. I'm pretty sure there was at least one more. Maybe not. Looks like these are the two that are available currently. Alright. Actually, Rowan. That looks promising. This duplicant's hardy immune system repels most common illnesses. This duplicant is afraid of violence. And +1 to almost everything. Level 1 architect. Most proficient at construction. Yeah, I think we'll keep Rowan. Sounds good to me. -20 decor expectation. Alright, let's reroll the other ones too. We need some medicine skill, I suppose. And a few other things. +13 creativity. Okay. How's that? Ellie. +1 to literally everything. Early bird. This duplicant wakes up feeling fresh and efficient. In the first part of the day adds +2 to all skills. Nice. And cannot do research. -20 decor expectation. And a vomiter. Alright. And then we got Spike. Let's reload that a few times. +12 digging. Maybe we should have someone with a good digging bonus. +9 digging, +4 creativity. Mole hands. Okay. Can we get someone better? Let's try a few more times. If it doesn't work out, we'll keep what we got. Mole hands and +6 strength. Mouth breather. This duplicant sucks up more than their fair share of oxygen. Air consumption rate +100. Okay, that sounds pretty bad actually. Level 6 bodybuilder. Let's try a few more times. Biohazard. All the vitamin C in space can't stop this duplicant from getting sick. +5 creativity, +5 decor expectation. Okay. Gastrophobia. This duplicant has an unshakable fear of kitchens and the culinary arts. Cannot perform job, cook, okay? Well, let's try a few more times. Iron God. That sounds useful. Mouth breather again. I think this is fine. +2 digging, medicine, tinkering and strength. Okay then, you can also name your colony or roll a random name. The subterranean home. Burrow Utopia, Grimy Utopia. Dump. The Arroying Cosmos. There are some good ones. The not so cool dump. Okay. Will be the not so cool dump. Sounds good to me. And here we are. Here's our colony, or asteroid, or whatever this place is. Your crew has awoken miles beneath the surface of an unfamiliar terrestrial body. Oddly, they have no recollection of how they got here. Isn't that convenient? It might be best to start digging. So there are a few things to look at here. First of all, we do have some overlays, like oxygen, because, you know, you have to breathe. We got power grid, temperature overlay, light overlay, liquid plumbing overlay, nothing to see there just yet. Gas overlay, decor overlay, and priority overlay. Then we got jobs, and we can change those around a little bit. I don't think we can set priorities, just enable and disable. I assume that will be expanded in some future. We can also see details of every single duplicant we got. So we can see needs, we can see if there are any problems currently. And they will pop up here in red text. We can see stats, traits, what they are assigned to, currently nothing, and some details. Then we got vitals, where we can see stress, fullness, calories per day, which we can change if we want to, and how much they have eaten today. Then we also got some reports. There's not much to see here right now because we haven't really started yet. And each day is a cycle, basically, kind of. And we got research, which we cannot access right now because we don't have a research station. And then we got quite a few things around here. So first we got sandstone, that's the most common material. It will be everywhere. We got algae, which can be used to produce some oxygen. We got oxylite, which literally emits oxygen, that's a good thing. We got some copper ore, we will definitely need copper. We got coal. And what else do we have around here? Some dirt, sand, fertilizer. That will also be important. And we got water, we do want access to water. And we got some plants, we will be able to harvest those. And maybe make some food. So, I think we should dig in this direction, because we got some easily accessible copper ore, and we'll also reach the plants. And then we can harvest them once they grow to 100%. So that's what we'll do. We can dig right here. Dig all the copper. And there are a few basic things that we'll need early on. So let's have a look. First of all, we are going to need a toilet. Because, you know, yep, you already got a warning. You get a warning right away that your duplicants have nowhere to relieve themselves. I can't blame them, that would likely be one of the first things you'd think about in their situation, I imagine. We'll probably want some basic storage as well. We can also speed up using tab, so there's slow, medium and fast speed. And there's also red alert. Duplicants enter a state of emergency and ignore their basic needs to work. Alright, and I think that covers most of the interface. We can dig, we can harvest, we can prioritize, sweep, mob, deconstruct and cancel. And we can also check our storage, we can see what exactly we got. We got field rations and sandstone. That's the sandstone we've been digging out. The main priority early on is copper, because copper is required for a lot of things, and we will certainly need it. And we will place a toilet somewhere. It actually requires dirt, if I remember correctly. But we'll just place one over here. Temporarily. Plumbing. Outhouse. Just one for now. Then we'll also need a few beds, because they need somewhere to sleep. But let's reach these plants first, and we'll get more copper. We can also get a little bit of coal. You can build ladders, that's how you move up and down. We are moving in the general direction of the water. So now that we have copper, first of all, let's build some storage. We got a storage compactor, so we can build that. Right here is fine. Maybe more than one, just to have them done in advance. And dig out that copper. And we'll store everything. You can store only the objects you sweep, if you like to. And can we harvest these plants just yet? Yes, we can. We can also do it like this. That's a little bit faster than clicking every individual one. This one isn't fully grown yet. Alright, so how do we want to reach that water? Probably just build a ladder going down. That seems reasonable. You can actually just build a ladder like this. And they will dig it out. You don't have to dig first and then place the ladder. You can just place the ladder on top of the stone or sandstone, sand, rocks, whatever. Shouldn't take too long. And we need to be able to make some food. So there's a whole category for food. There's not much in it right now. But we can build a microbe mosher, which produces rather gross food. Actually, before we even do that, we need power, because power is required for quite a lot of things. We got a manual generator, where they basically run like hamsters and generate power. And some batteries. And electrical wire. That's going to be the priority right away. And then we'll place the mosher. And we also need some beds before night time. We could dig in this direction a little bit more. Or we can place the beds somewhere around here. We can always move them later. We don't even need them on the first night. So it can wait. Let's dig in this direction some more. Yep. But don't dig out the oxylite. Leave it there, because that actually emits oxygen, which is a good thing. You can actually run out of oxygen and you have to produce your own. That's certainly a possibility. That's one of the challenges. One of the things you have to manage. So now dig this out to have access to water. And that should be enough. And dig in this direction a bit. Yep, that should be fine. And we can actually build beds down here. Doesn't really matter where exactly they are going to be. I don't want to waste the space close to the generator. Beds don't require power, you know. We might as well build them away from the generator. Down here will be fine. We can probably do it before night time. So furniture. And cot. We also got a floor lamp. I think that reduces stress. Improves decor, right, okay. So 3 beds down here. That will be our temporary bedroom. And next up, we need some food. So we'll build a microbe mosher. We can actually place some tiles. Like so. And then build a small ladder or something like that. They can do it tomorrow, no huge rush. We do have a fair bit of food in the ration box, so we don't have to rush too much. But food should generally be a priority, you know, obviously. You can actually get a night owl duplicant, and then he will continue to work during the night. It can be useful in some situations. Also, you can actually see which areas are accessible for your duplicants. If I click someone and show navigation, you can see where exactly they can go. So they can actually move up and down over here. We do not need a ladder. If it was 3 tiles high, then I would need a ladder. I'm pretty sure 2 tiles is the maximum. So, let's place that microbe washer right here, and we'll connect the wire right away. And we'll make some rather gross food. Some of it is actually vomit-inducing. Like, literally. We will get a second outhouse eventually, but one will do for now. 14 visits remaining. This amenity can handle 14 more visits before needing maintenance. Alright, so here's the food we can make. We can make a mush bar, which uses dirt and bottled water. And it can cause diarrhea, that's what I was talking about. Or lice loaf, which requires meat lice. I don't think we have any of that. No, we don't. That would be inedible category. Okay, then we'll make some mush bars. We can also do them on repeat. But maybe not now. And the next thing we should get is a research station. Now, there are 2 different research stations. Novice research and intermediary research, but you kind of need both. Because these are like 2 different types of research that you need. It's basically a resource that you produce. 2 different types, and you need both. For now, we just need the one. And electrical wire, like so. We can also see that we'll get the next duplicant in 800 seconds. And we'll get to choose 1 out of 3. We don't get just a random person. You can still get kind of unlucky, but you won't get super unlucky. And now that we got the research, we can start researching something. We got farming tech, which unlocks algae terrarium, compost and planter box. We can get gas piping. We can get liquid piping. Power regulation, better batteries, power switch, wire bridge, and interior decor. I think food or farming tech makes the most sense to start with. And you can see that this requires 20 novice research. Then the next one will require 20 novice research and 10 intermediary research. So that's kind of how it works. These are 2 different resources and you need them both. Right, farming tech. And now we need to actually produce research. So we'll do it on repeat. And there we go. We are producing food. We are producing research. We got the basics up. Now we can try to explore a little bit. There are some dangerous areas, like over here for example we got chlorine, which is unbreathable and is also toxic. In fact, it's very toxic. So we might want to stay away from that area. We got some more plants up here, might be worth digging through. Some coal, more copper. We got a lot of copper in the area, that's a good thing. Water, contaminated water. Yeah, I think we should dig up. It's a little bit far away, but why not? We can go there. Slime. Sounds good. We'll build a ladder that goes all the way up. Somewhere over here will do. We can just do it like this. Is that oxalite? Yep, it actually is. This might not be enough space. Yeah, actually, this ladder is not very good. We can deconstruct one battery and move it elsewhere. That's probably worth doing. Let's deconstruct it for now. And we'll move it. We'll get a ladder right here. More in the center. So ladder all the way up. This will take a little bit of time, which is fine. Obsidian. Alright, and granite. There are quite a lot of different resources. Phosphorite. Iron ore. I don't even know all of them yet. Abyssalite. Slime. Gold amalgam, okay. I'm not sure if they are all actually used by something, but I assume they will be eventually. This is one of the first builds, and it's already very promising. I'm looking forward to seeing further development. If you remember one of the first versions of Don't Starve, and then compare it to what Don't Starve is today, there's a massive difference there. I assume it will be the same, with oxygen not included. And now we got a warning that we got insufficient oxygen generation. And we can take care of that by building algae deoxidizer. It converts algae into oxygen. So that's what we'll build. Somewhere in the center, perhaps? Maybe over here? That seems reasonable. Yep, sounds good to me. Should be fine. Can we harvest? No, not yet. We should be able to harvest the plants up here once we finish that ladder. We can also change priorities, so if I want to prioritize the ladder a bit more, I can bump it up to 8, for example. And it will be the highest priority. One of our storage compactors is already full, or almost full. And we'll get the next duplicant in 440 seconds. Hopefully someone good and useful. And we still need an electrical wire over here. We'll probably need a second generator eventually, but not yet, I don't think so. This should still be fine. Oh, it's night time. Fair enough, we'll finish it tomorrow, I suppose. We're actually low on oxygen down here. That might be a bit of a problem. Shouldn't be a problem tomorrow. The ladder is maybe halfway done. Let's prioritize the electrical wire to 9. Finish it faster before the ladder. How's the research going? 12 out of 20. So more than halfway done already. Done. So now we will produce some oxygen. Should be enough for now. If it's not, we can always build more deoxidizers in the future. And what's going on here? No fabrication. I suppose we could place it on repeat. We still don't have lice loaf, do we? No, we don't. As in meat lice. I guess we'll just make more mush bars. I don't want to place everything on repeat, because then some of our duplicants will be constantly busy with things. And how about we build second outhouse? Because this one will need maintenance eventually. And maintenance actually takes a while. So yeah, it's definitely worth building another one. Prioritize it higher. That ladder is taking a while. Sandstone. We're not out of sandstone, are we? No, it's kind of hard to run out of sandstone. Sandstone is quite literally the most common material in the game. You will not run out of sandstone. Contaminated water. Probably not good. Clay, slime. Yeah, there are so many different materials. Granite, obsidian. Oh, there are also some animals right here. Looks cute. I think he's friendly. No, probably not. I don't think I want to find out all that much. There is some combat in the game. I'm not sure how exactly it works, because I didn't get that far. But there's supposed to be some basic combat. Probably animals eating you. If I had to guess. And we finished our research, nice. So let's grab power regulation. That will unlock a better battery, a powered switch, and a wire bridge. And then lead to combustion, which will unlock a coal generator and hydrogen generator. We do have some coal in the area, so it makes sense. And this means we unlocked... What did we unlock exactly? Algae terrarium, compost, breaks contaminated dirt down into fertilizer. Yeah, from the outhouse basically. And planter box houses a single plant which will periodically produce food or medicine. Okay, so how about we start from compost next to the outhouses? And then maybe build a planter box. Sounds good to me. We'll place them here. And then a planter box. Oxygen seems fine for now, I think. This area is having some problems actually with the bed. Unbreathable. Right, that's not great. We don't want that area to be unbreathable. Maybe we should place beds a little bit closer to the deoxidizer and deconstruct that one. Let's do that. That should make it a little bit better. It's still barely breathable or unbreathable. I don't think building beds down there was such a great idea. Let's deconstruct them and move them elsewhere. Oh, we got a new duplicant, so let's have a look. Carl, Harold, Night Owl. A night owl might not be bad. Gastrophobia. Cannot cook. I wouldn't mind a night owl, so let's grab this guy, Carl. And we will quite literally print him, as you can see. So, beds. Let's get them done. We need one extra bed right now. We'll just place them in this area. Seems fine. Doesn't have to be pretty. They just need somewhere to sleep. Oxygen is more than fine over here. Way better than down there. It's barely breathable down there. Not great. And prioritize. So that they finish it faster, before nighttime. Skill increase. Early tinkering is now at 2. Nice. Dirty hands and grimy. We can't build a shower just yet because we don't have the technology. Research is going quite quickly. Just finishing the beds first, before we do anything else. And we should probably finish the compost, that was kind of the whole point of building it. And can we harvest the plants up here? Yes we can, nice. And that's cycle free. Done. Here's the report. Oxygen generation, power usage, power wasted, stress change. Let's check vitals. Seems fine so far. Very little to no stress. Change per second, minus 0.1%. I think it will become a bigger problem later on. Not to mention, we will keep getting new duplicants, and as we get new duplicants, our needs will increase. They will use more oxygen, they will require more food, and so on. However, that's going to be the end of the first episode. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.